big ball game up in Atlanta in the Georgia Dome against Georgia State University, and it was a great day for a game. We had a fantastic crowd. I think we had at least 12,000 Georgia Southern fans there in the Georgia Dome. And, we really ran the ball extremely well, set a new Sun Belt rushing record with 613 yards rushing. They had a close ball game in the first half and then scored on the opening play in the second half. The kids played pretty well in all three phases, particularly in the second half.
Thank you, Coach. You alluded a little bit about the offensive performance on the ground there. Is it just a matter of the offense clicking here as we get later into the season and being able to make the right reads coming out there?
Well, we've been running the ball pretty well all season long. We're leading FBS football and rushing. The real key to us is we got a very good offensive line and do a good job of getting on the right bodies and creating movement and seams and creases and good backs, good quarterbacks, good wide receivers. It's really a team effort, When you're running the ball that successfully, you got to have a bunch of unselfish guys, particularly at the wide receiver position. They really did a nice job of getting bodies on bodies and sustaining blocks out of the perimeter for long periods of time. So, just a really good job of run blocking, and then I think we were 4 or 5 throwing the football as well. And, that is enough to keep people honest.
Next questions come from Jonesboro, Arkansas. Carla, please identify yourself and go ahead.
Hey, Coach, this is Matt Robertson. I work with the Jonesboro Sun, cover Arkansas State. Had a question for you. With you guys doing so well in your record now, obviously overall and in the conference, I was just curious if you guys had considered maybe contacting or communicating with the NCAA, maybe trying to get a waiver of some sort to try and be in a bowl. Have y'all done anything like that? Are you considering anything like that? What's that situation for you guys?
Well, I'm leaving that all in the hands of our athletic director, Tom Kleinlein, and the thing we're just trying to do is just go out and win as many ball games as we can.
Do you think there's a possibility that could happen, even, let's say...
I heard there's a possibility if there wasn't enough teams that had 6 wins. There's a possibility you'd have to get a waiver and all those kind of things. But, I'm letting him, take care of all those things.
Okay, so you haven't heard much recently about it?
I haven't heard a word about it.
Okay. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Our next questions also come from Jonesboro. Caller, please identify yourself and go ahead.
Hey, Coach. It's Brad Bobo, 95.3 The Ticket. With the kind of the bowl game not out there, it sort of leaves the conference championship is kind of the biggest goal on the list, I'd say. At 5-0, is that anything you guys are having conversations about right now?
Well, when we started the season off, that was, one of the goals we talked about is, that we did have the ability to compete for a conference championship, and, that's everybody involved in the Sun Belt. That's their ultimate goal. But once we get in the season, we just worry about, the opponent and the task at hand and trying to get a little bit better each and every week, which I think we've done that for the most part this season.
With that said, I know you did walk in and said you felt like everybody could compete for that, but realistically, do you think you're ahead of schedule right now?
Well, we didn't know what to expect, really. It was a new situation for Georgia Southern, for the players, the fans, coaches, and then you combine that with a new staff, so we just didn't really know what to expect. But I knew we had some talent here. I'd been competing at the 1AA level, and you always felt like if you play the Division I level, the top-notch 1AA teams could compete at that level. And I think we've proven that this year, and we just got to keep going.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.